The Pixel Watch 4 and the Galaxy Watch 8 just bumped heads. And if you only watch one review before buying, make sure it's this one. I've worn both for weeks, ran side-by-side GPS tests, timed real battery drains, and used the new AI coaching until it actually adjusted my workouts. One of these watches surprised me in a test I didn't expect, and I'll reveal that exact moment later in the video. Stick around until the end because my final pick isn't what most people think, and there's a small but crucial trade-off that will change which watch you should actually buy. Hit like if you love real-world tests and comment below which feature matters most to you: battery, health tools, or design. Before we dive in, a quick note on methodology so you know, these aren't just spec comparisons. I tested ergonomics on different wrist sizes, ran the same outdoor route with both watches for GPS accuracy, timed charging cycles, stress-tested heart rate and ECG readings during workouts, and used the Pixel's AI coach for guided sessions across a week. I also recorded display visibility in bright sun and dim indoor light, and I checked how notifications and app integrations behave when each watch is paired to different Android phones. Why go through this? Because features on paper often behave differently in the real world, and you deserve to know which watch actually helps you, not just which one looks better on a spec sheet. Design is personal. It's the reason people either wear a smartwatch every day or shove it in a drawer. The Pixel Watch 4 goes full jewelry. A dramatic dome glass face, whisper-thin bezels, and a rounded case that reads like a classic timepiece. It's the watch you wear when you want people to notice elegance rather than tech. The Galaxy Watch 8 takes the opposite stance. Its squircle chassis, part square, part circle, is intentionally bold, flat, and minimal in thickness. On the wrist, it feels noticeably less bulky thanks to its thinner 8.6mm profile compared to the Pixel's thicker silhouette. That flatter shape matters when you sleep, when you're doing push-ups, or when a sleeve drags across the watch. I tried both with leather straps, sport bands, and metal links. The Pixel sells presence, the Galaxy sells unobtrusiveness. If you prefer jewelry and a premium look for meetings and nights out, Pixel leans that way. If you want a comfortable everyday partner that never gets in the way, Galaxy's flatter design wins hands down. Both watches have stunning displays, yet they express that beauty differently. Pixel's domed OLED creates this immersive effect. Icons and notifications look as if they're floating above the glass. It's a very tactile, luxurious feeling, and it makes swipe and tap gestures feel satisfying. Samsung's Galaxy Watch 8, however, brings raw practicality with its Super AMOLED panels, and the numbers speak loudly. Extreme peak brightness that cuts through noonday glare. In outdoor tests, the Galaxy screen stayed readable without me squinting, even under direct sun. The Pixel's curved glass catches reflections more often, which can look gorgeous but is occasionally fussy outside. Samsung also offers a digital bezel. Swiping the screen edge feels intuitive and fast, while Google gives you a rotating crown for physical, tactile navigation. If you spend a lot of time outdoors or rely on quick glances during runs, Galaxy's brightness advantage will be welcome. If you value a premium in-hand feel and an immersive screen for watch faces and media controls, Pixel's Dome is a clear emotional win. Under the hood, these watches are built with different philosophies. Samsung leaned on a refined, consistent platform, the Exynos family and the tried-and-true sensor suite, which feels smooth for day-to-day apps, notifications, and workouts. The Pixel Watch 4 upgraded to a Snapdragon W5, Gen 2, plus a low-power coprocessor that offloads background tasks, which is a smart move for energy efficiency. That doesn't always mean it's dramatically faster in raw speed benchmarks, but it means the Pixel manages background health tasks and sensors more intelligently. In real use, apps open quickly on both, and scrolling through notifications felt fluid. Where you'll feel the difference is battery-aware features running in the background, sleep tracking, continuous heart rate logging, and fitness mode. Pixel's architecture keeps these running with less hit to battery life, but compatibility matters. Samsung's watch integrates deeper with Galaxy phones for features like direct health syncing and device continuity, and some advanced health tools are only available if you pair with a Samsung phone. So, performance here isn't just chip speed, it's about how well the watch plays with your daily phone and habits. battery is one of those you'll thank me later parts of any watch. I did a real-world test. Both watches started at 100%. I ran a 60-minute GPS-enabled loop with continuous heart rate monitoring, then carried on with a full workday of notifications, music control, and a 7-hour overnight sleep tracking session. The Pixel Watch 4 consistently gave me more usable hours. On the smaller model, I regularly hit roughly a day and a half with moderate use, and the larger pushed toward 2 days if I toned down always-on display and heavy GPS sessions. But the real kicker is charging speed. Pixel's new dock is a game changer. Getting to 50% in about 15 minutes is a practical convenience you'll notice on mornings when you forgot to charge. The Galaxy Watch 8, while still respectable, is more one-day territory in actual mixed use and took longer to reach higher percentages. If you stream long workouts or you forget to plug in overnight sometimes, the Pixel's faster charging and smarter energy management can remove a real pain point. I'll be honest, for many users, that charging convenience alone could be the deciding factor. Health tracking is the reason many people buy a smartwatch, and both companies leaned into their strengths. Pixel pairs tightly with Fitbit's platform and introduces a genuinely helpful AI coach that personalizes workouts based on your sleep, recent activity, and recovery signals. It actually suggested lighter sessions after a poor night's sleep. Not just canned messages, but adaptive plans that adjusted across the week. There's a catch. Some of the deeper Fitbit experiences live behind a subscription. Samsung, meanwhile, offers a broad suite of free health tools in Samsung Health, running plans, advanced metrics, ECG, and blood pressure features where regulatory support exists. Samsung's bioactive sensor array is mature and gives you dependable, continuous heart rate and oxygen readings. The real difference, Pixel's approach is coach-driven personalization and habit nudging, while Samsung leans into accessible health diagnostics without gating features. Both do ECG and advanced monitoring, but with Samsung, some features are limited to Samsung phones. So your ecosystem influences the value you get. For runners who care about training plans and free tools, Galaxy is compelling. For people who want a smart coach that evolves over weeks, Pixel's AI feels more like a personal trainer on your wrist. Both watches run Wear OS and have similar access to apps and Google services, but the small software differences shape day-to-day experience. Pixel brings a material expressive UI that feels fresh, fluid animations, a clean layout, and easy access to Google Assistant and Gemini. It also introduced satellite SOS on the LTE model in select regions, which is a meaningful safety feature for hikers and people who go off-grid. Samsung's watch doesn't yet support that, but it makes up for it with deeply integrated Galaxy features. Seamless handoff between your phone and watch, stronger compatibility with Samsung apps, and a polished app gallery. Notifications, music controls, and quick replies work well on both platforms, but you'll notice subtle differences. Pixel surfaces Google's AI features and Fitbit coaching within the Wear UI, while Samsung layers in controls and widgets that Samsung phone users will appreciate. If you're invested in Google services and want cutting-edge AI integrations, Pixel edges ahead. If you're in Samsung's ecosystem and want seamless device combos, Galaxy remains a practical choice. Price influences the math. Both watches start in a similar ballpark for their base Wi-Fi models, but Pixel's higher-end LTE versions and larger sizes push the price past Samsung's top options. Availability also matters. If you need a watch today, Galaxy is already on shelves while Pixel's larger model ships later. Beyond sticker price, think of long-term value, subscription cost for advanced Fitbit features versus Samsung's more open access to health tools. Add accessories, LTE plans, and potential phone-related restrictions into the calculation. The real question is what the watch replaces for you. If it's primarily a health companion that syncs to a Samsung phone, Galaxy gives more free features. If you value fast charging, adaptive AI coaching, and a premium presence on your wrist, the Pixel's extras might justify the higher cost. Factor in how often you upgrade. If you hold on to devices for multiple years, energy management and faster charging become higher value attributes over time. So, which one should you buy? If you want a sleek, jewelry-like watch with smarter energy use, dramatically faster charging, and a coach that actually adapts to your days, Pick the Pixel Watch 4. It's for people who want a premium look and a watch that feels like a helpful companion. If you prioritize rugged daily wear, the thinnest possible profile, sapphire durability, and the broadest range of free health features, and especially if you already own a Samsung phone, pick the Galaxy Watch 8. My real-world surprise, the Pixel's charging convenience and adaptive power management made it the easiest watch to live with during a busy work week. That ease of use is underrated and for many users will outweigh the Galaxy's better outdoor brightness or slightly sturdier glass. Ultimately, decide by ecosystem how much you value that fast top-up charge and whether you prefer an AI-driven coach or a more open health toolkit. If you found this helpful, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel bring more real tests like this. I'll drop the full GPS traces, battery charts, and screen recordings in the description if you want to dig deeper. Comment below, tell me your wrist size and which ecosystem you use. I'll reply with the exact model I'd recommend for your setup. And one last thing, I promised a surprise. If you care about convenience more than bragging rights, the Pixel's charging changes the daily experience. Stick around for my next video where I'll test third-party bands, watch face battery tricks, and the best settings to squeeze 2 full days out of either watch. See you there.